is Howie. So you want more time to do what you want to do. So about 9 months ago, I mapped out my days to figure out where I could squeeze more time in. Like you, I wanted time to myself. I needed to have a routine, working out, uh, having time to do my own projects because there wasn't really any more time in the day I could squeeze out. So when I mapped out uh, sort of my typical day from the moment I wake up till going to bed in 30-minute increments, there wasn't. It was pretty clear to me that it was either in the morning or late at night when everybody has gone to bed, right? So that's the only time where I can control it and make sure that I spend that time doing the things that I wanted to do. I think for me, going late was something that I could do, but I felt that my motivation would be pretty low at the end of the day after having gone through, work, um, playing with my 3-year-old, um, just going through the day of making decisions and uh, using your mind to sort out all sorts of different challenges and problems. So it was really the only choice I had, which was waking up at 4 or 4:30. So there was something that I decided to do, and at the same time, I started listening and reading to Jocko Willink. Right, he's an ex Navy SEAL. He wrote this book called Extreme Ownership, and his thing was to get up at 4 or 4:30, right? To work out and to take care of yourself, take care of your body, and so I was prepared to try it. So what I did was, through a series of trial and errors, really developed a plan for me to do that. And really the first thing you need to do, well, is to ask yourself if that's really what you want. Do you really need time to do to do what you needed to do? Could you, after mapping out your day, find time to squeeze in, time for your activities, right? You don't have to wake up that early. But if you want to, you have to do that first step, which is you have to decide, right? You have to decide that that is the only choice, because that's the only way in which you can succeed in this. It takes adjustment, right? I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take some adjustment for your body to be okay with it. So the first thing you need to do is make that decision. Make that decision a no choice decision, because that's actually going to help you as you get up in the morning. So after you've done that, the second thing to do from a mindset perspective is that this is an experiment, right? If you don't want to do it, if it feels like it's not getting the results that you want, you're not actually making that routine a habit, you don't have to do it. So make it a 30-day experiment, right? So what I talk about for 30x Life Labs, right? This idea of 30x is 30 times. Do it 30 times, right? It doesn't have to be a decision that you make for the rest of your life. That can feel so intimidating. So 30 times, right? 30 days. And then once you feel you have made that decision, it's going to be an experiment, you need to tell someone about your plan, especially if you live with somebody, right? My wife, obviously, we sleep in the same bed. I have to let her know, because I'll be waking up at 4:30 and to her an ungodly time to get up. So tell someone about it. Oh, the other thing about that too is when you tell someone about it, it helps you stay committed too. Like for me, it became a motivation factor, which was I told her I was gonna wake up, and if I didn't do that, it's kind of a douchebag move to set an alarm and not wake up, because I think no matter how soft or your alarm is, it's gonna have some impact. on your partner's sleep, right? So set your alarm. That's important. For me, I started off using a vibrating alarm from a Fitbit, right? And that the vibration was actually pretty strong. So it not only woke me up, but it also woke my wife up, which is not a good thing to do. So I actually transitioned over to using my iPhone, and just having a buzz that is one time. It's really loud, really light, and that helped me wake up. And I'm not a heavy sleeper, so that's actually good. But basically, all it does is zzz, and it waits a few seconds, and then zzz. It's something you can program on your own. So set up your alarm. If you're someone that is a super heavy sleeper, it's going to be a little bit interesting, right? You have to figure out what works for you, and really negotiate with your partner, because it's not something that you can probably just do alone. But all right, set your alarm, and then the next thing is you need to prepare your self-talk. So what's really important here is, as you go through your journey of trying to make this a habit, right? Waking up at 4:30 in the morning, for example. Your brain is gonna tell you every time when you wake up that early, and say, "Why are you doing this?" Right? You have this self-talk from your brain, which is programmed to keep you comfortable. It's gonna say, "Hey, why are you up so early? Why don't you go back to bed? Just come back to bed where it's nice, it's warm, it's cozy. You're not gonna get much done anyway. Who does this? You're not a morning person." You're gonna have this voice inside your head telling you to quit. When I first started, it was strong. I mean, that voice in my head was so strong. It was just telling me like, to go back to bed, right? And the self-talk that I had was and is to still today. You're already up. Your sleep is already interrupted. Even if you go back to bed, you're not going to get the rest that you hope. And you won't be able to do the things that you wanted to do. So you get up, your sleep is interrupted. You might as well do and go through what you plan to do. So that happens till this day, right? After 9 months of doing this. But be prepared for the first week, month. It's going to be strong. Your brain's going to be pushing you for comfort. And so you need to prepare that self-talk, right? Really be clear about why you're doing this. And to help you do that, the next step is to plan out exactly what you're going to do. Plan out exactly from the moment your alarm hits to what you're going to do, the next few steps. And also prepare the night before. So this is what I do. The first thing that happens when my alarm goes off is I head straight to the bathroom, and on the way there, I pick up my exercise clothes, which I placed the night before, right? Make it as easy as possible, because at that point in time, at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to be going through a lot of planning, right? You are just trying to get yourself to a place where you can actually think and be up. So I grab my stuff, I go to the bathroom, right? And I change. And I use the toilet. So right after that, I go downstairs and turn on the lights. I go work out, right? Whether it's going outside or I have a Peloton in the house, do that. Something, right? For me, that was the first thing I do to get my body up. I exercise. And after that exercise, I do my stretching, I might do some meditation, and then I go straight into my projects, right? Whether it's reading, writing, filming this video. And that's how I start my day. So you need to plan out exactly what you do. And the last thing that you need to do for you to wake up at 4:30 in the morning is go to bed early. You just have to go to bed early, right? You're not gonna still be able to wake up at 4:30 every single day if you go to bed at midnight. Everybody needs sleep. I did cut back a little bit on sleep. I used to sleep about 8 hours. By waking up at 4:30, I try to go to bed absolutely by 10, the latest, right? So that's 6.5 hours. So most of the time is between 6.5 to 7 hours. So I cut back about an hour, and my body adjusted. At first, it was really tiring, very tiring, right? I believe in the first couple of weeks, my body was really tired, and I had this numbing pain almost in the middle of my forehead for the first few days. But I pushed through it, and your body adjusted, and then now I feel so much better. So I'm gonna run through the 7 steps again for you, right? So number 1 is to make that decision. Make that decision to be a no choice decision, that you don't have a choice. This is the only way. That's number 1. Number 2, think about it as a 30-day experiment. Think about it as an experiment. It's not a lifelong decision that's so big that's scaring you off from starting. Number 3, tell someone about your plan, right? Whether it's your spouse, because you have to, or a friend, right? Tell someone that you're going to do this. Number 4, set that alarm, right? Whether it's a vibrating alarm like mine, like a little zzz, or if you live on your own, maybe you have 2 alarms, and maybe you make sure you shake up the bed when you wake up, depending on how heavy a sleeper you are. Number 5, prepare your self-talk, right? Make sure that you are clear on your why, but also how can you combat that brain of yours that's gonna want to stop you from waking up, that's wanna give you as many excuses as it can to get you back to bed, right? What are you gonna say to yourself? Number 6, plan out exactly what you're gonna do, right? From the moment you wake up to the moment you go go through the few hours in the morning, and plan out what you're gonna do the night before to make that happen. So plan it out. And last but not least, number 7, go to bed early. Go to bed early so you can get the rest that you need, and you can get up at 4:30. Well, those are my tips, right? Your 7 steps. I would love to hear from you. What's working? What's not working? What are you struggling with? But till then, good luck. I'm just gonna say this: we all have one life, right? So go all out. Do what you need to do. Well, thank you. I'll see you again soon. This is Howie again. I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me in my various social channels, all down there in the notes. And I'll see you soon. Take care.